I apologize. We're later than I thought, but never fear. Memory Bound is here on Wednesday. It's a rainy day here in Iowa and kind of dreary, kind of a fall day, which is perfect for this. But it's good inside here at Memory Bound because Becky's back. Becky's back. Doesn't that sound kind of cool? Becky's here today, and she was here, how long ago was it? Maybe
a
couple months. And she had that amazing wedding album that she made for her daughter, but hadn't given it to her yet. So have you given it to her now? And what'd she say about it? She did?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I knew she would. Everybody loved it. Oh, there's Dennis and Katie going by for the win. So Becky was here before, and we loved so much what she had that we asked her to come back. And she's got a Halloween project, and she's got these beautiful fall projects. And I am lucky because Dawn and I received a card from Becky, and it had this technique on it, and I went wow when I opened the envelope. And I think all of you are going to go wow also when you see how to do this.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Turn it on.
Yeah.
Oh, it lights up. Becky just turned on her haunted house.
I feel like we're on a Tim Holtz video.
We are.
We're like here.
This one Tim Holtz liked.
Okay.
I had a Tim Holtz like.
This project Becky's especially proud of.
She should be very proud of both.
And did you guys know Chris is moving here? She's going to be like 4 minutes from Memory Bound.
Oh my God.
She just said she's excited to get moved, and we're excited for you to come too. That was a squirrel moment.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. So this was it on Instagram, Becky?
Facebook.
On Facebook.
Are you on Instagram too?
No.
No, just Facebook.
So, and this is built on a book.
Oh my God.
So Becky's going to tell us all about this. It's the perfect day, I think, for Halloween.
Oh, this is the best. Look at their bottles with eyeballs on top of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I know, I'm
Katie's
sorry.
pointing this out. No, you're fine. But she's got bottles here, and they have eyeballs on top of them.
That is awesome.
And this little pin has an eyeball.
Oh my
And if
gosh.
you turn it over, it's got one on the other side too.
Oh my gosh,
So you
lots
can
of
pick
good
which
eyeballs.
color of eyeball you
So
want.
Today I feel blue. Tomorrow I might feel
Okay,
brown.
Gail wants to get your autograph the next time.
I
she
know.
sees you. So
I
Gail,
want to get her autograph.
Gail, that is a great idea. And Juanita, good morning. I'm glad it's sunny in New Orleans. You know, they say New Orleans and New Orleans.
New Orleans?
New Orleans and New Orleans. So, Juanita, find out how we're supposed to say it. When you come back, you can tell me. I learned when Nolans. So we can get that figured out, and we'll have to have that for homeschool one day. And it's snow in Wyoming. Oh gosh, I'm glad.
Yeah.
Okay, Elena, this is just a little step aside here. Elena said she just finished this Halloween project, which is a kit that Maggie designed. And it's very similar to Becky's. I can see a little different style, but another one of those wow Tim Holtz maker-like projects. And we still have some kits left for that, and they are online under kits. And if you purchase one, we're going to put you in a drawing for this vignette box that Maggie made. And this was a kit earlier in the season, and it has since sold out. So, okay, and TJ says California is in the house. So we are good to go. TJ, I enjoyed talking to you the other day. That was great. Oh, Rhonda says Nolans. I remember a tour guide we had told us the right way, and that everybody said it the wrong way. But now I'm a little mixed up. Going on live, I get a little like tongue-tied. But we're good. So, well, Becky, should we start with your Halloween, and then we'll move to your
that
leaves?
sounds
Because
fine.
let me just zoom in on this. Look at this pile of leaves. Very amazing. And lots of hearts coming through on that. All right, so tell us about your
Okay.
Halloween projects, and I'll zoom in here.
Let me come on that side so I can see what I'm looking at.
That's a good idea. It's a great idea.
Okay. This frame I had bought at Michael's years ago as a kit, but it was a happy kit. Well, I don't do happy.
Oh.
Happy Halloween. So I used Tim Holtz stuff, and I used a piece of vellum for here, and then lit that up from behind and put stickers all over.
Did you use the tiny lights
The
then?
tiny lights,
Okay.
yeah, from behind. And I just took a room at a time. So I knew I wanted this little freaky girl holding a spider.
Oh my gosh.
So I used spider paper and used little spiders within there, and some mummy cloth, and I draped a few of the strings down to look like webs, kind of.
So the mummy cloth, let me get back in the
Yeah.
corner. There you can see it.
Yeah. And then I knew I wanted this hand, so I put some moss and hand with a key and a spider token hanging down.
I like how you have stuff hanging. That's really, really neat.
So then I went to the next room, and I had skull paper, so I'm like, well, I got to do skulls. So I put some skull heads in urns, urns, and some bones.
And notice that she's got gems for the eyes. I think when I was a kid, I had a keychain like that. That was a skull, and it had like jewels or gems in the eyes.
And then you just try to find stickers that match, like that says
Take the dead, dry bones.
Yeah, so just find different things that work with.
Rosalie ultimately lost her mind. I love that.
So then I just moved to another room and just added some tombstones and I took some of their flowers and dyed them brown. And on all the bottles, you've got to age the bottle, because the bottles come like this, all shiny and new. Oops.
There we go. There it is.
Shiny and new. Well, you don't want shiny and new, so you got to put either.
Did you put alcohol ink on it?
First I did matte medium on it, and then I put alcohol ink. On this and this, I used that. It's what meant for Christmas. It's the icicle for the Christmas time. But I did that on those two bottles, and then I put alcohol ink over them. And you put the little labels, and you can age the labels. And then in that one, I just put bones in the laboratory thing.
Okay, so you filled it up a little bit.
And then just put some tokens and some ephemera and built some books, and then I did the wire with the spider.
Now see, the wire is something to take note of, because a lot of times we use twine or ribbon, but the wire is perfect for that charm. And I love the eyeballs on top of the jars. That's really good.
And then I had this skeleton is the only thing of the kit that I used, and I thought it was a little too cheap looking, so I added some alcohol ink on it as well.
Now, when you alcohol inked it, did you use the felt applicator, or did you just drip it on?
I just dripped it all over.
Drip it on? Okay. Turned out really nice.
And there's the jars again. And then the other one has the tombstones. And that where it has I'm a Goner and Theolator and all of those, that's a rub-on that Tim Holtz has in his rub-ons for Halloween.
That was one of the first things I asked Becky this morning was, how'd you get the words on there? And then that was very smart to use the rub-ons.
And then I thought it looked kind of plain, so when I did this at the crop, so I kept adding stuff. So when I got home, I'm like, I need stuff up here. So I added another tombstone with some eyeballs coming out of the moss with some bones. And then the pumpkins on the other side, and then I just stacked up skulls.
Yeah, I think that's really neat. That reminds me of Indiana Jones or something like that.
And then on the edges, I just took, the green stuff is the Tim Holtz's grit paste for Halloween. I forget if it's grave
and we
or
have,
crypt.
Grave or crypt.
And then I just did some stenciling with the crackle paste. And then I dyed it gray and kind of a greenish gray color. And just kind of went from there.
Just kind of messed it up a little bit, made it look old.
Yeah, and all the tombstones and the urns, I added a little bit, and I don't know if you can really see it, but I added some of the gray.
Oh, let me zoom in on that.
And I did more to the ones down below, but I just added a little. It just kind of ages it up
makes it
some.
look more realistic, actually, like the tombstones in New Orleans.
Yeah.
If you think of New Orleans. Okay, I got to get up for a second. Sorry, everybody. I wanted to get low so you could see it. Now, Becky was talking about this. I got the wrong stuff.
Well, it looks like that.
It's
gray.
It looks like this, but it's the texture paste for Halloween.
Oh, and there's the icicle there for the.
And we have we have both. We have the texture set for holiday, and we have the texture set for Halloween.
Yeah.
So if you want to make up some stuff. I know Maggie really liked the grave and used it on her project.
Yeah.
Okay, they want to know about the vellum, what you used for the vellum.
Tim Holtz has a package of Halloween vellum, and some of it's scenes and some of it's people.
So it was one of the Tim Holtz items.
It's ideology, yeah. And it's just I think he has it in his set this year, and I don't know if that's something we got in.
We're going to go look and see.
Yeah.
We'll go look and see.
But I just picked one of the women. Actually, I was going to put the woman here, and I had it all cut, and then I cut the papers, and I put the papers in there, and then I went to get the woman, and I'm like, dang it. So I ruined one of them, so I had to get a different one.
Oh, that looks good, though. I like the one you used.
Yeah.
Would you believe it or not, Becky, that, let's see, let me find this. Oh, I lost the message. Oh, Rhonda is at the Haunted Crescent Inn in Eureka Springs right now in Arkansas.
Well, there you go.
So that's perfect for today's video. She's watching our haunted projects at the Haunted Hotel. Okay, and Diane just made a quilt with the Tim Holtz fabric. So he does have good fabric.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, tell us about your book here, because that's pretty cool too.
And this one, I saw where they were using these frames, and this is he has the found relatives that are the Halloween version. So I wanted to do a frame with him, and so I got some mica, which you can just, it's like a mineral or rock or something that you peel apart. So I just put a piece of mica in there to look like old glass.
Oh, and
like it was broken.
And it does look like old glass for sure. Oh my gosh.
And like I said, this little pin, I just put eyeballs in both sides, just so if no matter where it went, you could use it.
You planned ahead.
Yeah. And when you do your papers, like Maggie says, just sand it off. And then these other pages, I distressed along the edges. And then the top one, I ripped and wetted and tore and dyed. And
that is really, so is that just distress ink on there, Becky?
Yeah, black soot. And then just add your little ideology stuff.
You have used a lot of skulls in your projects.
Yeah. Tracy says I'm morbid that way. She says, how are we friends? You're too dark.
Well, you like the haunted part of Halloween.
Yeah, she likes the happy and I like this.
So she's more your doodle bug type.
Yeah.
Now there's those jars that we showed you earlier. This is such a neat thing just to kind of sit around, and it's got the keys. Now we do have most of the new Halloween ideology arrived, I believe it was last week. The rest of it is on a truck and on its way, so it's coming soon, and we'll be sure and let you know when it arrives. But everything else we have, like we've got is backgrounds and the wallpaper and a lot of the other items, and we'll go up and look at those at the end of the video to give you an idea. Look we just have a nice little group right here.
There you go.
Nice group. All right, and then Corrine wants to know how long it took you to make those projects.
This one, actually I started at the crop Friday late afternoon and worked on it for a while because you have to let stuff dry. And then the next morning I got up and worked on it for a few hours and then I went home. I had to admit, I went home and kind of added.
And did the added.
Yeah.
Well, after you make it, you kind of look at it.
Well, and I didn't have all my stuff there.
Okay. What my question is, Becky, what kind of glue did you use when you glued together all these skulls and hooked on the urns?
Either matte medium or glossy. If it's not going to show, I use glossy accents. But most of this is just matte medium.
Okay.
Or collage.
Mary's bummed because she just sold some teddy bear eyes at a garage sale. She could have used it in her Halloween decor.
Yep.
Okay, well, those are awesome. I love it. Love it, love it.
Well, then, this is what started me doing this video because Don saw that and wanted me to do it. Well, then while I was at the crop, I used this folder and I fell in love with it. So I'm like, Don, why hasn't anybody shown this? You need to show it. So she's like, okay, do that too. Well, then we found out it was on back order.
So that leaf embossing folder is back ordered.
So I already had the projects made, so I thought I'd show you just the techniques.
Yes, I think that'd be great.
Use any fall folder for these techniques. So this was just an old book that I had, and I had tore the cover off. And then I added craft paper behind and distressed those edges, which I don't know if you can really tell. But then I used
we can tell.
The black core paper. And
the Tim Holtz craft core.
Yeah, and I sanded that up and distressed the edges of that.
I thought that was part of the book, Becky. I have to tell you when I saw it.
Because it's just a plain page underneath. Then I added the embossing folder, and we'll go over this technique later. But then I added the leaves. And on these leaves, I did the smushing.
Okay.
And then I added the Nuvo Gold mica spray to it. And just added those on. I added some mummy cloth.
And we do have that. That came in on his new ideology.
And then I added a pin with the chain with little charms, tokens, pearls and a little rhinestone.
And then do you just kind of set this around for decoration?
Yeah, just for decoration. Just set it out.
Yeah, I like it.
Or something. So you could have used another folder. If you have this folder, you're lucky because I love it.
You're lucky because Becky loves it.
But otherwise, like...
Well, we have some leaf embossing folders that are a little bit smaller. The leaves are smaller. I think they would do the same thing with the technique.
Because here's one that I had. I just took what I had. I had 2 other fall folders at home. So I used this leaf one, and I used this one here.
And the leaf that Becky used on the book, it's one of the Tim Holtz sets. It's called Leaf Fragments. And this has been out of stock for several weeks, almost since it just came in. But it is back in stock. So if you missed out on it, and I know we did call some of you, the leaf fragments are back. It's $19.99 for that die.
So I decided to do bookmarks. So on these, I just did the luster wax, which we'll go over in a second. On these, I used the folders, and I did the smushing on these first, and then I thought I'd make them a little stronger by putting the glaze, Tim Holtz's glazes. That's not
His
the right
embossing
word.
glazes?
Embossing glazes,
That's what you were looking for today. Okay.
So I did that.
So remember, everyone, his embossing glazes are the embossing powders, basically, that are translucent.
Yeah.
So you can see through them.
And this one I did fossilized amber. And then I thought on the back, I thought I'd try sprinkling different colors, and I didn't like that. That's
a trial. Some people might like it.
Try it. So if you try it, you might like it, but I didn't care for it. So we're not using that side of the book.
So she's using the other side.
And this folder, it's pretty on both sides, because one it shows, move the leaf out of the way, it shows more of the veining, and the other one's more of just the leaf. So you got can use either side.
So you got your embossing and your debossing there.
And all I did was take the leaves, and these are all that smushing technique again right here, and with the fossilized amber over it.
Okay.
Because I wanted to make it a little stronger.
So if you aren't familiar with this smooshing, that's where you take your craft mat and you put some ink down on it from your ink pads. Did you use Distress or Oxides?
I think I used Oxides on these.
Oxides. And then you mix it with water, and then you dip your paper in it. And you can dry it, and then you can just dip it again until you get the look that you want. You're going to get different layers. And that's how she got the look on these leaves.
And again, I used the Nouveau mica spray on top of that.
And then, let's see, so these you didn't put the glaze on.
And these I did.
And these do have the glaze. So you can see they're a little bit more thicker, and they're kind of shiny, like they have a coating.
With a bookmark, it might be better to have it
a little thicker.
Yeah. Well, it's so that it doesn't rip, because this just seems more, you can bend it and it doesn't.
Kind of, I don't want to say plasticky, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
So, and I just took a little ring and just hooked it to the...
Oh, she's got a little jump ring right there.
Because all of these have holes throughout, so it was easy to do. This one did not have a hole, so I just took my handy dandy.
Oh, I love that. That's the crocodile on steroids, really.
Yeah, and I just took the smallest hole because I didn't want a great big hole in my leaf, so I just used the smallest one and just stuck it in there.
She just punched a hole in the leaf, is what she's saying. Now, these bookmarks, Becky cut this out of, was it craft?
Just regular
craft cardstock. We do have pre-cut craft bookmarks. You get 10 for $1.59, and isn't that funny, Becky? They're like about the same size. And they're online if you're interested under miscellaneous product, and it's bookmarks 10 for $1.59.
And these look just as good. You can use any fall folder you have, so it doesn't really matter.
You could even use your imagination a little bit, and this could be a Christmas.
Yeah, it could be anything.
So any theme. But I love the fall, though. I do love that.
And then on here, I did the smushing again on the background, and then just did 3 red leaves, and I added some of the luster wax.
Very cool.
And this was just the luster wax on the leaf and on the card itself.
Was that black cardstock on that one?
Yes, it was black cardstock.
Okay.
So then I wanted to try to use one of the other default dyes. And again, I think it looks just as
beautiful.
good as the other.
Oh my gosh.
So
and that looks like the Tim Holtz, one of his butterflies?
Yep.
Very, very cool.
So, and then I'm gonna,
Look at this pile.
I made a pie. I wanted to try some different leaf techniques. So I thought, well, once that's over, I can kind of, on my table, I'm gonna kind of scatter them.
Oh, sure.
But then I'm going to use them for my Heritage album when I'm done.
So they're going to
I'm
be
gonna
for lots
start
of
that this
purposes.
winter, yes. So I tried some different techniques. And like here, I tried that, this stuff.
The baked texture
The baked
from
texture.
Seth Apter.
Yeah. And this, I love this stuff. I haven't used it for a while. I kind of forgot I had it.
We all have product like that,
Yeah.
don't we?
But I love the way it turned out because I've got this rusty kind. This one was a black and it had all kinds of texture. I don't know if you can see it on the thing. But I didn't like the black, but I love the texture. So then I put the rust over the black.
Oh, and it covered it. Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
And then there was this kind.
And that's the Stampendous
Yeah.
embossing enamel. That comes in lots of different
Yeah,
colors.
lots of different colors. And that had all these gold flakes in it, which is kind of pretty as well.
It's gorgeous. What did you just have fun playing
Yes,
around,
I
Becky?
did. I did. And then I tried cutting some out and just adding the luster wax to it, and it just gives it, if it's on black, it gives it a metallic look. Which, let me find some more here. Here's a different one. So, I mean, there's all kinds of ways you can do it, but I love the way it looks like metal.
Okay, Jan has a question. Is big texture embossing powder?
Yes, I think, isn't it? Where's one of the things? I would assume because you heat it.
Yeah,
like
that's
you heat
embossing
it,
powder. That's
just
thank
like
you for.
Just heat it. You put it in the.
I wasn't sure what she meant, but yeah, that is. These are both embossing powders.
Yeah.
Now the luster wax, we are waiting and waiting for Sizzix to get that back in stock. A lot of you, if you did Maker Mania, you have a luster wax at home that you can play around with. We do have the silver in stock, and we're waiting for the gold and the rose gold, and we're hoping that will be coming back in stock soon. But we do have the silver, and it's $8.99, and it's just a real creamy that you just apply with your fingers. It just takes a little bit.
Yeah. And
we-
I'll show you that when we're done.
And we also have this white gold metallic wax from Prima, and that's a very similar product also.
Okay.
Got them all
Here's
sorted?
some of my piles. These, I just did the spray, distress sprays,
Mm-hmm.
stains, and I sprayed the different colors on.
And then you die cut it after you sprayed, or did you die
No,
cut them
I-
first?
No, I die cutted them.
Die cut it? We die cutted them.
I did that first, and then I sprayed them, and then I did spray some of the Nuvo
The gold
spray yeah,
mist.
on top. So that gave it a
Oh my
different look.
gosh.
On these, I did smush. Oops, not that one. These I did smushing as well, and then used the rose gold
On top of
luster
it.
wax on
And you just rubbed it on with your
different
finger?
spots. Yeah,
I want to go home and play and make some leaves.
I know,
This
it's
looks
kinda
so
fun.
fun.
and these
Those
I
I'm
did,
very interested in. Those are really
I did
colorful.
the gilding flakes.
Okay.
Stamp pendus. They're like this.
So they're like a flaky,
Here, I'll show you the ones I
they're
used.
very, and they grow. Don't you think they grow
Yes,
when
oh
you
my
open
God.
them up?
They expand like crazy.
And
but
did
this
you,
is the one I used.
did you die cut them like with a two-sided tape, or how did you?
Yes. Yeah,
You did?
I did.
Okay,
Sorry.
that's okay. That's how I think I would do it, and then you would burnish all your flakes.
Yes. So it turned out kind of pretty.
They're very pretty, Becky. Very, very pretty. Gosh,
And then these, I took.
those
I'm
are
gonna show you.
sparkly.
I
Wow, let
took-
me get this up close.
What I did, I took a piece of lace. First I took just a normal piece of craft
Mm-hmm.
paper. Then I put the toilet paper roll on it.
Okay.
The two-sided
And we do
adhesive.
have the toilet paper
Yes.
roll. It's not always in stock, but it is now.
And then I laid a piece of lace over it to be a stencil.
Oh,
And then I put one color of glitter on, and I burnished that down. You just rub it until it all burnished down
all
so it's
stuck.
in place. brushed off, made sure everything was off before I took the lace off. And once I took the lace off, then I added the second color on and burnished that, rubbed that all in.
So, okay. I see what you're...
So then I had my glitter design.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Because this, you really can't tell. You can a little bit.
So you did the lace thing on those?
Yes.
Okay, when you turn it like that, we can
yeah.
see the pattern.
But I did colors that were too close together. I did a silver, and an antique silver, and an antique gold. So they were a little too close together. And this is a little bit.
So are you going to cut leaves out of that?
Yeah.
That'll be
I
neat.
thought that would be a pretty leaf color. And I was trying to do leaf colors where if I would have done something else, I would have put something with a little bit more different.
Now, Carolyn has a question. She wants to know how you use the gilding flakes.
All you do is, I use the two-sided tape. This is just normal cardstock. Use the two-sided tape, and then I just took the top off. And these, I hate to open it, but I'll open it.
So she put the two-sided tape on top of her paper.
Yes, and then I just sprinkled these on there. And once I got it all adhered, then you take, now I got it on me.
She's going to be sprinkly.
Yes. Then you take a brush and you just kind of
smush them in.
mush, yeah.
And they'll stick to that strong tape adhesive.
Yes. And that's when have that desk vacuum is nice because then you can vacuum up all your
So you have that and you like to use it?
I love that thing.
Oh gosh, yeah, we do have that. The mini vac from We Are Memory Keepers.
Tracy makes fun of me because I vacuum.
But you have a clean workspace.
Is that a vacuum? I'm like, yeah. And she said, oh my God.
I know.
Said, but it comes
those
in
were,
handy.
they showed them in Maker Mania, maybe 2 or 1, and people loved them.
With glitter, the flakes, embossing powders, anything like that, it's great. Or if you're cutting out a bunch of dies with little pieces, like this, like
so it would
these,
pick that up
it
too?
It just vacuums it out.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, Mary's asking, is the base of every leaf either craft or black cardstock?
I did. This was a red maroon color, but
it's all cardstock.
Yes,
though.
it's all cardstock.
It's all cardstock. People love your techniques. They're saying thank you.
And I did cut one out of your papers, your fall papers.
Oh, out of the Enchanted Autumn?
I cut 2 out of that and just added rose gold.
Oh, that's another leaf dye.
So, all kinds of things you can do.
She'd like the name. Can you tell us the name of the gilding flakes, the color?
Oh, this one. This was
Cosmic Shimmer.
Autumn Leaves, but I also have another one that's exactly like it, but without the blue. And I don't remember what it's called, but any of those.
So Autumn Leaves or any colors that have kind of the fall.
Gilding flakes.
Golds are pretty too.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Judy loves your necklace.
Oh, thank you.
That is cool. I had to look. I'm looking at it through the camera, so I don't mess up and have you guys looking at the ceiling.
So
they absolutely love all this, Becky. I want you to know you're getting so many hearts. Laura loves the leaves and your techniques.
Well, good.
Great job.
Get that out of the way. So now I'm going to show you. Let's get these leaves moved out of the way.
Move your leaves. Rake up your leaves.
Yes, rake the leaves up.
They're so
to kind
pretty.
of show how you use this gilding wax. All I do, I don't know if this is the right
I think
way,
that's right.
is dump your finger in there, and then you just kind of rub it on. And you don't want to get a whole lot on your finger at a time because you don't need a lot.
Too much at once, maybe?
You can get big. Sometimes, well, I don't know if I can. Like here, I kind of messed up and got it on the...
Oh, I don't think that's bad.
But I figure other people...
Look, everyone, that's not bad. That just looks like, it looks sort of like it's metal.
Yeah, and that's why I like doing metallic. Doing the gilding, or what is this called? Luster wax. Doing it on the darker colors because it does look like metal. Like I did one in silver.
Ooh, that's pretty.
And it just pops.
Okay, Mary says I love this, after you mush the gilding flakes into the toilet paper tape, then you die cut it, or did you die cut it first?
I die cutted it when I die cut it. Why do I
die
keep
cut?
saying
Die cut? Die cutted? Whatever.
I did that after I had it all gilded.
So she gilded and then die cutted.
Yeah, I did a whole
That's
sheet.
our new word for today.
Because I did the whole sheet so I could cut out multiple.
Okay, Carolyn says the one that looks like velvet, what did you make that out of?
This was the craft paper with the toilet paper underneath, and then I put lace on top of that.
It's glitter.
And did glitter. 2 shades of glitter. I put the one on first and burnished all that in, rubbed it all in, and then I took the lace off. And
It
put a
does
different
look like
color.
velvet, though. It might be the colors.
So then after you have all the gilding flakes on, then just kind of shape your butterfly.
That's what I learned from you in the wedding book.
Yeah, you got to.
I would shape flowers because they tell you to do that, but I never used my tool to shape
and you really
other dyes.
With the butterfly, you really don't have to. You can mold it.
Kind of with your finger?
Yeah, like there.
Like here, she put it on here. And rather than just popping it up, she actually has the leaves curved like they would be on a butterfly.
That kind of it was curved a little bit more, but it was underneath this book.
Oh,
it kind of got a little flattened out.
If you want to flatten something out, put it under a book.
On it. But yeah, but you
look
can,
at these.
See, you can get all kinds of volume with that.
Oh, those are beautiful. Okay, Carolyn, sorry, we got one more question here.
Okay.
She's asking about the lace.
Yeah.
You could probably use any piece of lace.
Yeah.
This is just something Becky had, depending on the pattern that you want.
Because I've done it with different things.
So like real lace.
Yeah, real lace. I learned this on Elizabeth Craft's video. Else was showing this.
Oh, because they have a lot of good glitter, fine glitter.
And she did say that if you can use the newer laces, it's better than the old time laces because it's more cotton and it will stick more. You can use it because I had one lace that I tried that was a really delicate lace, and so I put it on, and it worked, but I did have more trouble getting it off because the other lace you just rip right off.
So get your nighties out.
Yeah.
And you can use your lace or whatever.
Yeah. And I did one for my daughter for when she found her dress.
Oh.
And I did a lace off that looked like my lace on my wedding dress. So I used it and I did black and white.
So you can just, really any lace. I mean, just a scrap of lace. Maybe you can get a scrap at the fabric store or whatever.
That's what I went to the fabric store and got a couple different types, and I just got just little bits of it. And you use it over and over and over. It's not ruined.
Right. See, that makes sense.
Yeah, you just knock all the glitter off and it's fine.
Okay, I thought we had another question. Oh, they want to know the name of the embossing folder. Do you happen to know the name?
This one?
Do you have it with you?
Yes, I got them.
That's one that we had here in stock, and we were not able to get more. It's on back order. We'll have to check to see what the status is of it. It's the Tim Holtz
foliage.
Foliage.
There you go.
Foliage.
Yeah.
So we had that, and I can check and see about the status of it. It is a 3D embossing folder, and then Becky did all her projects, and then we weren't able to get it back in. So we'll have to check on that and see if we can get it back in.
It was on back order.
Yeah. Sizzix has a lot of trouble getting stuff right now.
And I did make a butterfly out of that as well.
Oh my gosh.
Because I had a little bit of space left, so I did a butterfly.
Oh my gosh. Okay, and they want to know which oh no, they want the swirl, the name of the swirl one.
The swirl.
I'm assuming this one. That might be an older one. I don't know that that's even still available.
I got that out of my stash. It's this one. I don't know.
Okay, that's from Doris, and they're no longer in business.
Well, then I'd say you can't get that.
So you can maybe try to Google it. Maybe you can find some place that still has them. We don't, and we're not able to get that. I'm so sorry.
But I just looked what was in my. When I found out I couldn't do that they couldn't get this, I just pulled out what I had in my stash.
Yeah, I think you could pull out maybe even just a swirly one.
And there are different swirly ones that maybe it doesn't have leaves, but I know there's.
But it still looks swirly because it's
the same way.
Because leaves are swirling, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, now the butterfly. We want to know what butterfly that is. We should have gone and picked that out this morning.
Let's see.
Okay, that's an impresslet.
Yeah. And you could use other butterflies as well.
Yeah, he's got a couple other ones.
But that's what I used.
So there are the leaves, the 3D impresslet leaves, which I believe that's what this is.
Yeah, here.
And here, thank you, Becky. And I know that one we've got coming also. That one's sold out, and we have more coming. So.
And then since I was doing fall, and I was watching an Elizabeth Craft video last week, she did this thing with real leaves. And this isn't my thing either, but I thought I'd show it, and somebody might like doing it.
I think it'd be great. Oh my gosh.
So she went out and she took, this again is just the craft paper, any paper, and she did not toilet paper, but the two-side adhesive.
Right.
and then just added her leaves. So I went out in the yard and got some leaves.
Okay.
However, they have to be, you don't want to get them off the tree. Make sure they have fallen off.
Okay. And
because I did one where it was a pretty color and I didn't see any on the floor, so I picked it off. And when you run this, after you put your leaves down, you put the adhesive sheet back on top.
Okay.
And then run it through like your Big Shot to make sure all the leaves are
right,
flat.
to get it all stuck.
Well, if they're not dry enough to fall off the tree, they've got ooey gooey inside.
Oh, they goo
and
out?
And it just goo everywhere. And I'm like, ugh.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's a good tip.
So make sure they've fallen on the ground. And then you just hook your leaves in. And like I said, you put the adhesive sheet on, run it through your Big Shot, take the adhesive sheet off, and then you can add whatever you want. She was saying adding gilding.
The gilding flakes?
Well,
and
not the flakes, but the
paste?
the sheets. What are those? What do you call the sheets? I'm drawing a blank.
Like the foil?
The foil, yeah. You'd add your foil and glitter and embossing powders.
Let me get close here so we can see. There's the foil. Okay, so you took you cut your piece of paper and then you took the two-sided adhesive tape, the big sheets, laid it on top, peeled it off, stuck your leaves on, and then put it back, top back
you
on.
Put the top back on, and then run it through your Big Shot, and then that's when you can fill in all these gaps. And that's either she said glitter, the foil. She said embossing powder. I tried the embossing powder, and I think maybe if you left it just alone, but I tried to dry it, and I didn't like it. I threw it away.
I like these a lot. Are these all from your yard?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can try it, and then people were on the website were talking about, well, you need to seal it. So I put matte medium over the top because they were afraid that the leaves would deteriorate.
Oh, and maybe flake.
Yeah, so I thought, well, I'll seal it. But this isn't
It's really pretty. I like it.
So I thought I'd share that technique as well.
You know, if you were doing like, say, something you were going to frame or a mixed media, maybe a canvas or something, that would be kind of a neat, although you couldn't put it in your big, well, you could attach this to a canvas. So I'm thinking out loud, as you can tell.
Or you could maybe lay them on something first to flatten them through your Big Shot and then add them to a project, maybe.
Very pretty. Oh my gosh.
Anyway, that's just another idea to do for fall.
Chris thinks we have the swirling leaves embossing folder, so I'm going to step back just a minute. Hey, Katie. We're gonna get Katie here. Just a second, Becky.
Okay.
Hey, Katie. Can you? Chris says we have the swirling leaf embossing folder on the wall. Would you mind just
This one.
in folder? Something like that. Would you mind checking? Katie's going to go check to see if we have that embossing folder. Chris, thank you for letting us know we have it. Oh, she says it's just swirls, Katie. Thank you, Chris. Let's see. It'd be nice to send. I'm looking at the messages now. Oh, Diane said it'd be nice to send something like this to people who don't get fall colors.
Yep.
That'd be really beautiful, because that's one thing. The leaves here in Iowa are really starting to change and get beautiful. Okay, let's see if we got any other questions for Becky. We love your projects, Becky. Here's her Halloween. I'm calling it the Halloween mansion. That's what it reminds me of. And we showed all the little details. So if you're just joining us, you can go back to the beginning and see it. Okay.
Yeah, that would work.
We have one.
Okay.
But we also have this one too.
Yeah, either
Oh,
one of those.
perfect.
Oh, this would be gorgeous.
Thanks, Katie.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So here's a couple that Katie went and found. This is called Swirls. It's a 3D, and then here's another one from Tim Holtz. And what's that
I
one
think
called?
that one would be pretty. That's elegant.
Elegant. And that would be beautiful too. So there's a couple from Tim Holtz.
And then also, we were saying that if you looked at this and thought, oh my God, I could never do that, you can start with something
Oh,
simple.
yes.
Like just getting one of these boxes and just try and do one box and do a little scene in with
Little
one
thing.
box.
Yeah, I
and
think
just
that's a
start
great
that
idea.
way. Or maybe there's this one as well, which is just a bigger box. But you can start with one thing, and then once you start, you kind of get the idea.
I think
of
you
how
probably,
to do it.
once you get going on these projects, you probably really just start adding and adding
Yeah.
and doing
once you
displays. I
start-
love your idea of starting small.
Yeah, and once you start, because I started smaller too, but once you get started, you start getting a stash, because you may only use a few skulls or a few eyeballs or whatever. So you're going to have more in your
Oh,
stash.
true.
And as you go along and you buy more, you're going to get more and more, and then you have all that to play with, and the ideas just go crazy.
Then you just keep going and
Yeah.
going.
So
So
that's an idea
and you know,
too,
if
to-
you do
to
those
start
small
out
ones,
small.
if you do the small ones, they can even be attached together. So you can do a lot of cool
Because
things with
I
those.
saw a thing with the Christmas ideology. Well, they did it with Halloween too, where they stacked them all together and had different scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And then they took the new window.
Oh
These
yeah,
new windows,
yep, we've
and
got
put
that.
the windows over here, so it looked like a building with the different windows,
Oh.
which is what I'm going to try this for.
Very
Christmas.
cool. And we're going to go show the Halloween ideology before we sign off today. We have Jan's going to start stealing eyes from old toys. Hey, you got to do what you got to do, you
Yep.
know. All right. Cindy's asking if you wouldn't mind please explaining the fresh leaf thing one more
Okay.
time.
You just take normal cardstock, it could be anything, and add we call it the toilet paper.
We call it toilet
Yeah,
paper, but
it's
the
a
adhesive
two-sided.
tape.
Excuse me. Got a tickle in my throat. And then, let me get a cough drop.
I'm going to go get the two-sided tape
Yeah.
so I can show people. All right.
Tickle.
I have issues. You're gonna suddenly go, oh wow.
Okay, so here's the tape. Here's the tape that Becky's talking about. It's die cut and bond. It's got like 80 some feet. And Gloria, can you get her a water? Okay, Gloria's getting Becky a water to help her tickle. Help her tickle. So here's the die cut and bond. It's really thin, so it doesn't add any thickness to your project, but it's adhesive on both sides. It's like a two-sided tape, but it's big. And that's what she put on this paper.
Thank you.
So she put it on her paper, and then she peeled off the top layer. Well, peeled off the top layer, and then she went and gathered leaves from her yard and stuck them down on it. And then to make sure I'm just going to go ahead and help out here, Becky, so you can get through your tickle. So then, after she stuck down the leaves, and make sure they're from the ground so they're a little dry or they get oozy,
No,
then she
don't worry about it.
ran it through her Big Shot so that the leaves get pressed into that adhesive really well. And then when she had peeled off the top of the adhesive sheet, so she put it back on. Oh wait, put it back on and ran it through the Big
You
Shot.
have to put it back on.
Whoops,
otherwise
it
it's
would have
gonna
stuck.
stick, yeah.
I
So
missed
make sure
that.
you put the sheet back on.
And then run it through your Big Shot, and then when you're done, pull it off, and then you can add. Here Becky added some foil, and it's sticking to that sticky adhesive that's still there.
Yeah.
And it looks like you added some glitter.
I added glitter. It doesn't show as much. The glitter doesn't show up once you put the matte medium over it. It kind of dulls your glitter. Because this
still
was
looks
super,
pretty,
I
though.
mean, it's still, you can tell it's shiny, but it's not. It was really shiny.
And she put the matte medium on it just to seal the leaves.
Yeah, because people in the website were saying, well, will these dry out and flake off or
Yeah.
whatever?
Okay, they want to know, can I show the big wooden tag again?
Oh, they're talking these? This?
I'm not sure. That is the vignette shrine.
And then we've got this.
Oh, I think they mean, yeah.
Oh, this
That's the
Maggie's-
vignette, yeah.
Maggie's?
And there's the divided drawer. So these are all really nice vignettes that you could, like Becky suggested, to start small if you're not comfortable. And here is the tag, Maggie's tag. And this is actually a kit you could make yourself. And you want to turn the lights on? Turn the lights on, light it up. And your kit includes all the pieces here that you see, the eyeballs, the flowers, all the die cuts, the paper, the tag. It even has some Duratio sticks. Becky, we're always using Duratio sticks around this place. And it's got your directions. And it's got a list of the items that you would need to make it. And this is online, or you could call us, and it's under kits. And Becky's got a kit right there to show you. It comes in this big bag, and it's $43.99. And if you purchase one, anyone that purchases one or has purchased one, your name's going into a drawing. Maggie wanted us to give away this vignette box, which is actually the shrine that we just showed you, that she designed for a previous kit that has sold out. So if you want to do that, we're good with that. Let's see. Great. Thank you. I think everyone loves it. Loved it, Becky. So thank you so much for being here today. And we'll have to figure out what you can bring in next. I'm sure you got some good projects cooking up.
Christmas is next.
All right. Well, we would love to see some Christmas stuff for sure. So I'm going to go ahead, and we have a few new products to show today. And I'm going to nab Katie. So if you want to, we'll take your microphone.
Okay.
We've got just a few things to show. A few things came back in stock. We've got a Christmas project that Leanne made. We still have, if you saw yesterday, Diane was here with their 49 and Market In the Leaves album kit, and we still have that is available, and it's online under kits. Oh, Katie's here. I don't know where Diane's book is. Yeah, it probably is a little noisy. I want to show, let's go show the Tim Holtz ideology first. The
Sorry
Halloween.
about all that.
Yeah, we had a little noise. So
Yeah,
hang on just a little bit longer.
Oh.
We're going to show you some new things that came in. And we want to show you the Tim Holtz ideology. Hi.
Good morning.
That is here. And I guess, should we just swipe across it?
Yeah.
Because we got bugs. We got the eyeballs, which
Now,
Becky...
the eyeballs, you can pop them out.
And
like
that must
that.
be what she did. I
Yeah.
bet she popped them out. Becky did. And there's the cauldrons and frames. So this is all the stuff that you need to make what Becky made.
And if you like cats, you can make a card without the guy with his holding,
Holding
his
his cat.
Mhm. I like this stuff.
And there's the tombstones that she used in the hand.
Oh, that's creepy.
And I thought the flare, the mini flare, was really neat this time.
Do these just have adhesive on the back?
Check and see, Katie. Do they?
I'm
They
assuming.
might. They might not. It doesn't say.
Okay.
They're kind of like those buttons we used to make in
Yeah.
school. And then we've got the layers. And show those. I think those are
Oh,
pretty
because
cool.
the font is
I
amazing.
love the font. It's like Art Deco.
And it pops out instead of in.
Very cool.
Yes. I love those. These are popular.
Now the
aren't
rest,
they?
yeah, those have been really popular. Now the rest, that's
of 'em.
2 little tombstones. The rest of the Halloween ideology is on a truck on its way right now. We still have to come, I think, the little pumpkin. I don't know what it's called, the little pumpkin bucket.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
There's the snippets.
Look at those. I did buy these because of they were in rainbow color in the back.
Ah,
I don't know if you can hear me.
you got to have rainbow, right, Katie? And then we've got the lights, both the Halloween and the regular lights, and that's what Becky used in her project. And we might have to you might have to pull those out so we can see them a little better.
Sure. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Halloween
Those-
wallpaper.
that's the
Oh, that's
wallpaper.
the one wallpaper.
And they have scraps now. They
like
call
that.
it the little die-cut flowers.
Who doesn't like a good wallpaper?
I know, we all do. We all do.
And
No, you're good.
oh, these
So-
are like the big heavy.
Those are the chipboards. They call them baseboards. Well, the baseboards what? Just baseboards, I
Halloween
guess.
baseboards, yeah. And they have the long. Those
Oh,
used
yeah.
to be the in the ephemera packs.
So if you're doing any decorating or you want to make something like Becky, we've got a lot of supplies for that.
These are the backdrops, aka paper, isn't it?
Yes, backdrops or paper,
Yeah,
however you want to refer to
I
it.
did get this because it's gonna be perfect in books. Because isn't it?
Oh,
what size
yeah.
Is it? This is a perfect
6
size.
by 10.
Yeah. So that would fit in those 6 by 8 books by easily.
Yes, and you'd have a little bit you could fold up for a pocket, or you could.
And stickers.
Yeah, I like the stickers. I think this might be what
So-
she used for some of her words on the
sorry.
front of her thing.
Oh my goodness.
They're hard to hold. There's a pharmacy. Okay, Katie, should we move on?
There we go.
Oh, it's
These
got
are
people.
What I like because it has little masks that you can put on the people.
That is
Who
funny.
doesn't like a good mask?
Labels, and here's the rub-ons, the remnant rubs, and you do get 2 sheets of these.
Oh, these are vellum. I didn't
That's what
see
she was using in her,
these.
that she lit behind. Because there's her lady right there. Is the lady she used. So those are vellum,
these, like,
printed vellum.
transparencies?
Yeah.
Or vellum? Oh, wow. Those could be lots of fun. And then what is this? Oh, I did get these transparencies. I need to get these, though. I need to get that vellum stuff.
That's even got butterflies.
Yeah. But these will you be able to see through. Not a fan of seeing the insides of the organs.
Yeah, I don't know if
but
you need
yeah.
that unless you're maybe studying to
Yeah,
be a
so
doctor.
maybe this, I would use these.
And then we do have the gauge frames that are new this year. And
This is Christmas.
oh, that's Christmas.
Nothing
Don't-
like a good
What
Christmas in the Halloween.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Well,
Well, there
I-
is a Halloween one there. I think it just got mixed up in the front.
Believe. Oh, beware. There
There is a Halloween
believe,
one, but
believe, yeah.
Katie, we're gonna have
I
to
like
fix
these.
that after this video, aren't
Yeah, I think that believe should probably be pulled out. Okay.
we? Okay, and we have some new things back on the table.
Oh,
Oh, we need to show this because this came back in.
Oh, this has been really popular. This is the one Maggie used on her
Her little
Autumn Enchanted
yeah.
Autumn, and it was really popular.
I have that. Dawn bought me
Do
that
you?
one. Yeah, it was
Does it
a gift.
does it have an embossing in it?
It does emboss.
Oh,
Yes, it does
nice.
emboss. It doesn't have an embossing folder, but it's
But it embosses
because
it.
it's a Biggs, it'll show the vein a little bit.
Nice.
And Maggie then inked the vein to show it even more.
Nice.
Okay, and there's Dennis. Let's all say hello to Dennis. Dawn's husband's here this
Hello,
morning helping
Dennis.
us out. Oh, he's doing the parade wave.
I don't want to yell.
I love
because
it.
I have my close microphone.
Okay, do you want to record or do you want
Oh,
to
I
do
will
stuff,
record.
Katie? What would you prefer?
I would prefer to record.
Okay. Well, we've been to Halloween, so let's show these Halloween dies because these
Yes.
are back in stock. This is Costume Party.
And that one I have seen put together by several people, and it was
It's
amazing.
super cute,
Isn't it,
very
though?
cute, and you can adjust them and dress
Yeah,
them up a
I
little bit if
love
you want
it.
to. And then, and that's $29.99. This is $16.99. Mr. Bones.
I got Mr. Bones myself, in case you're wondering. I'll
And
let you know.
Teresa had some really cute displays or samples with
Yes.
this Toil and Trouble, and it's $16.99.
Yes.
And she used the witches and
And see,
really
these
cute.
eyes, cat's eyes are much better than the ones I had
Yes.
you can actually see.
I can
that.
tell those.
Yeah.
I can
They
tell
don't
them.
look like a fried cat.
And then here's Pumpkin Patch, and this is one of the colorized dies. So
Love
so it has layers, but they've made it really easy to use the layers because everything on certain color is on one die, and you cut it at once. Okay, now we got to jump to Christmas, Katie.
Yes, that's okay.
So this is back in stock, the Festive Bouquet, and it's $16.99, and this sold out immediately.
Yes.
Cozy
I've been
Winter.
watching- I went back, I've been watching the videos, and I just got to that part in
Isn't
his
it
video.
cute?
Oh my gosh.
Very
yes.
cute. And I love this one
Yes.
too. This is the Festive Words.
I like that it's one piece and it's not going
Yeah,
to be.
we don't have to line up letters. It's
Right.
all there for us, and it has a shadow.
Love it.
And then these are really cute, the
yummy,
Christmas
yummy.
cookies.
Hey,
We do love that.
Chris Turner says she likes your new glasses. They
Well,
are.
thank you. I'm glad you
I
like
like
them.
'em.
I got to get them adjusted. They're a little crooked, but
Oh, but that's
I
okay.
like them. My mom picked them out
They're
for
very
me.
spunky.
I'm like kind of cool and
You
hip,
are.
Katie.
I like it. Can you
Everyone
see?
that knows me knows. Yeah, and I can see
That's
now.
the best, isn't
That
it?
really helps.
Yes.
All right, now finally, after months and months, it seems like the Sizzix storage pieces are here, and these are magnetic sheets.
Oh.
And in this pack, it's $12.99, and you get 3 magnetic sheets. And on one side, you've got this flowery pattern, and you could stick your stamps on there, like you see. This is a stamp set, and then on the back, it's magnets. So you could put your stamp on one side and your dies on the back.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
And then they-
will they fit in the? Oh,
They do.
my
They fit right in these
gosh.
envelopes, and
Oh,
this is
that's nice.
$6.99 for this envelope.
Oh, let's organize.
I know. Don't you want to?
I love it. Yes.
Now this Leanne figured this out
How much were
yesterday.
these? Oh, $12.99.
$12.99.
Yeah.
Leanne figured this out yesterday. So you can buy the smaller ones. They're about 6x4, a little bit bigger than that,
Of the storage, like magnet and.
and the
yeah.
envelope. So this has the little sheets and the envelopes in it, and you get 3, and they're $14.99.
Nice.
So you're going to get both pieces that you need. Or,
So what is it? Is the magnet?
so
sheet
you
in
get
there?
the stamp and
Stamp.
magnet sheet,
Okay.
and you have
And
the
the
little
envelope.
pouches or the
Okay.
envelopes. Or you can buy those separately.
Oh.
So this is just the sheets that have to stick your stamp on one side and your die on the back. It's $10.99 for 3, and then you can get the 3 envelopes separate.
Yeah, so maybe if
So maybe you don't need, or you don't
yeah.
need an envelope for what you're doing.
Those are
So
wonderful.
those we've been waiting for a long time. Now this is new from Sizzix. They're doing a lot of mixed media type paints. We got their really cool creamy paints. And this is the crystal glaze, and it has got a glitter in it. So it's going to be shiny and glittery.
But it's like
It's got a
goopy?
cover on it. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. That'll be good for winter or summer. No, winter.
Winter, maybe for Christmas.
Christmas, yes.
Snow,
thank you.
ice.
That's exactly.
Or
yeah.
summer.
All
All
seasons. You
seasons.
can use
Or
it for all
maybe
seasons.
summer if you have a freaky snowstorm in the summer. You
could
never
happen
know.
in
You
Iowa.
never know.
Oh, this is my favorite.
Okay, this
Kelly.
is back
Oh
from
my
Photo
gosh.
Play, and this is called Snowmen, and we got the die and the stamp set back.
Okay, I've been playing with this one, and
Have you really?
love it. Yes.
Do you have
Yes.
the die and the
I have
stamp?
both. Absolutely, because
It's nice because they've got the tree. Let me show the back.
I love it. Slimline.
So yeah, they're good for slimline or regular,
Oh, I
aren't
just
they?
love it. Mhm.
And it's got lots of sayings. And what I like is it's got your sayings, it's got your images, it's got little mittens for your snowmen if you want
Yeah.
to add
Some
mittens.
hands to him. I love him.
And then
I like
also from Photo Play, we have really been loving the slim card.
Yes.
So we've got the number 9 and the number 6 card blanks are back, and they're $2.99 and $3.99. And I think you get 10. You get 10.
And some people just when you come in, if you can't find them, because it can be tricky because
is.
they're not.
They look like
they're
squares,
scored, yeah,
because
but
they're
not
scored. They
folded.
haven't folded them
Yeah.
for us. And then we do have the coordinating envelopes, and they're $2.99. So
Not
those are back
bad.
in stock. And then I want to show one of Leanne's projects before we go today.
Yeah. Have we showed this yet?
We have not showed
Oh.
these. This is a tree. This is a tree that Leanne made. I have to get gather my
That's
thoughts
okay.
because she made a set of 3, and they're really
Yes.
neat. They have 2 papers, and then they've got batting in between them. I don't know if you can see. It's got
That's
batting.
kind of the brown stuff that's sticking out. Yeah.
And then she's inked them, she's sprayed them, she's put them in a little base here with a log, and she's got a dowel. And we have the dowels, we have the log slices coming. And look at this set that she made right here, Katie.
My mom made these because she did some similar ones.
There's an
before.
accordion one, and
Yeah.
we have those too.
And my mom made those for she was hosting some sort of party, and each table had them on there. And
that's
it
cool.
looked
Was it the
so
accordion
cool.
ones?
It was the accordion ones.
Okay, we
yes.
have to show the accordion ones
Yeah.
though before we go, because we do have the pattern. If you want the pattern, you know, these are a triangle, and you could maybe do that yourself too,
Yeah.
but we do have a pattern that's got 4 different sizes on it.
Oh, nice.
If you're interested in that, it's $3.49. It's 2 sheets, and then we also have the batting, and it's $5.29, and you're getting a lot in here. Let's see if it says it's 34 inches by 45 inches, so
That's
it's
a lot.
quite a bit. It's about a yard.
Did she sew these?
And she did stitch around the edge with her sewing machine.
And that one's shiny.
Yep,
She gonna
and then
have a
she
little
sprayed
demo
it.
with these, or?
We are going to have a demo with
Nice.
these, but let's run before we go.
Ooh,
Let's
run.
run back and show her zigzag accordion trees, because
Okay.
you would use the same pattern, but you just do a little extra step,
Um,
and you don't sew.
Wondering if we have a date for our holiday open house.
We do. It's starting the first Wednesday in November.
Oh,
Katie, are you
my
a little
God.
panicked like I am? That's not
That's
that
like
far
2
away.
weeks.
Yeah, we got to get busy.
Oh gosh. Uh-oh.
So we
Kelly,
are gonna-
might need to talk.
Yeah, we are going to today. Okay, so here's Leanne's other set of
Yes.
trees, and these are the accordion trees. So it's the same pattern, but it's scored every 3/4 of an inch,
Yes.
and then punched and then hooked onto these little log
yeah,
bases.
those are the ones that my mom made for her centerpieces for her group.
And we are going to be
Yeah.
demoing these next week. So we're going to
those
have
are so
have 'em next week.
fun and simple and easy too.
they're fun. We made them at my
Yes.
house too.
Did you?
Yep.
Love
so
it.
anyhow, thank you, Leanne. Those are super
Yeah.
cute.
What if you don't sew? How could you put that batting in between?
you could
Asking
probably
for a friend.
asking for a friend. Well, you could probably use some glue.
Oh, okay.
You could probably if
Hand
you don't
stitch
have a
'em?
sewing machine, you could poke holes and then just take a thread and go
Yeah.
through them too.
Thanks.
So okay, let's see. I think that covers it, Katie.
Are we selling bread?
Oh yeah, we did. Katie, did you want to show this new product? We have some beer bread mixes. Katie, this is so random. These are online. I think we have a new category called food and snacks.
Oh, okay.
And what I love are these little single brownie mixes. You can make them in a little cup, and they're $3.99. And what an adorable stocking stuffer. And we've got ooey gooey chocolate chip cookie dough, and chocolate peppermint.
Ooh, looks like you're gonna have some good lunch today.
Yeah, well, guess what's for lunch today? Beer bread, party dip, and brownies.
Oh my gosh, who could? Can't do it any better. That was just kind of caught my eye.
It did catch your eye.
Oh, look at here's some more.
Oh,
trees.
there's her other tree set. Ooh, Katie's going low. I hear some cracks.
Yeah.
I forgot I put those there. So there's another tree set.
Adorable.
So next week we're going to demo
Yes.
those and show you how to make those, because
All
I think
right.
people will enjoy making them. So anyway, everybody.
Get up.
Katie, don't
I
get
think
up.
there was a question.
All right, is there a question? I'll go back a little bit.
Is the switch still backdated to?
The switch.
Is it backdated or?
The switch was supposed to be November, and now it's looking like it's been delayed again. So
Gosh darn
we're
it.
going to get some more updated information on it, but it's probably not going to be here for Christmas. Let me just say that. And we're sorry about that. We can't help it. I don't know that Sizzix can help it. You probably have heard there's some supply chain issues going on
Jeez.
in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, even glue. We can't even get our Nouveau glue.
Seriously.
I mean, really, glue. So anyway, but we're going to get it as soon as we can. We've got them coming. We ordered them almost 2 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
So-
that makes you go,
Yeah. So, and it is an amazing machine. Dawn and I had a chance to use it and see it working in person, and it is really cool. So, I think
We
that
are
takes care of it.
almost a one-stop shop.
Oh, yeah. Now that we have snack mixes.
Yes.
Yes.
And bread. Yeah.
And we have fabric now. We have
Oh my
batting.
gosh,
We have batting for our quilting
We are,
friends.
Yeah, we have everything but adhesive. No, we do have adhesive.
We have adhesive. We have
Yes,
alternatives.
Yes.
So everybody,
All right.
have a super wonderful day. If you're in town or if you're around, please stop in and see us. Give us a call, and tomorrow we'll be back at the same time.
All right. Goodbye.